Welcome everyone to ChessWhiz TV episode 470. Welcome to everyone. Welcome everyone to ChessWhiz TV episode 470. I'm your host, The Wiz, and today we're going to play a Crazyhouse variant, which is crazy. It is Crazyhouse without the pawns. Let's get started. I have to speak clearly because some people can't hear, and so they read the subtitles, and it's always like, welcome to Wizzy Town, and I don't want that to happen to my deaf viewers. Blind viewers. So I'm speaking clearly from now on. Right, of course, right. That's the new episode introduction. We're going to play a Crazyhouse variant. Now, Crazyhouse is already a variant, so this is doubly various. However, variancy, whatever. I've just realized that it doesn't matter what I say in this show. I could be like, beans, radioactive beans, everything is made of beans. Lots of beans. And people will be like, I watched that for sure. The other thing that's happening is the number of subscribers on this YouTube channel is actually decreasing. Like, what kind of YouTube channel is losing subscribers? Well, this one apparently. Let's type in the rules here. Pawns may not be dropped. It is anti-pawn Crazyhouse, not pawn Crazyhouse, because pawns may not be dropped. Okay, I'm asking Azwaga, which is a long-time viewer, by the way. As I say the name Azwaga, all these memories of losing come to mind because I've definitely lost to Azwaga before. Let's change the view so you guys can actually see stuff. That's good. He says, okay, so we're going to play Crazyhouse chess. Now, Crazyhouse is a variant of chess where after you capture something, it goes in your pocket, which is over here. I don't know why his pocket's invisible. Maybe I can fix that. Over here, let's, oh, I love fixing things. Yesterday, I fixed my door, and now I can go through it. It's so much better than before. And so it just gives me a good feeling when I fix things. So now that I fixed that, I'm feeling great. The other thing that makes me feel good is going like this. I don't do that often enough. Have you tried that, by the way? Going like that? There's some things in life that make you feel so bad, and the only thing that will make you feel better besides ice cream is going, oh! So you should try that. I think you should try it. One of the things that makes you feel really bad. Come here, microphone. Come here. It's actually on this giant arm. Look at this. Whoa! Is that cool or what? It only cost $100 to get a flying microphone. That's the flying part. The microphone was another. I'm not going to say how much it costs because it's way too much. But that's important because when you have a YouTube channel that's so popular that it's actually becoming less popular because you actually kind of like hit the maximum of popularity and you're like bouncing off the ceiling of the universe, then you need a microphone like this. Otherwise, your show is just simply inferior to what it could be. Now, that's not this show. This show is already as good as it will ever get. And that's probably why people are leaving it. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the things that make us super sad, right? Okay, let's talk about that. We're also playing Crazyhouse. We'll focus on that a little bit. I seem to be under attack from a bishop. Very good. If I move this pawn, he can't take my queen. This is some complex reasoning I'm doing here. Today I have a different water bottle. It's blue. But there's one similarity in that I can get water from it. So overall, I don't think it's a big difference. I want to attack as king, but I also want to talk about the things that make me really, really sad. Now, I'm a little different from most people, and that's probably why you watch this show. But there's something I have in common with most people, which is the thing that makes me really sad is when people don't. Well, the simple way to say it is when people reject me. It's a little more complicated than that. It's when people don't care. Uh, if you try to be accurate with your words, you can't use any words because you're like, oh, that's not exact. Wait, that's not exactly right either. Oh no, there aren't any words to communicate what I'm going to say. It's a common problem with people who drop acid constantly, and it's also a problem for me, which is actually if you were to draw a Venn diagram of people who acid heads and me, you'd find that there's no intersection. However, we have that one thing in common, which is we can't communicate the ideas we want to express. But I want to say something like, well, there's two ways to dislike someone. There's like, I don't care what happens to you. Like if that person were suddenly to lose their job, you're like, well, I don't like them, so good. And then the other, oh no, that's not quite right. One is to not care, and the other is to desire misfortune and to desire bad outcomes. Now, I would much rather have someone not care. Like if my neighbor was like, that guy over there, he seems like kind of a jerk. So I don't care if his house burns up. That's one thing. And that happens to me all the time. If I had neighbors, they would definitely be thinking that. However, there's another kind of neighbor, which is like, that guy over there, he's such a jerk. I'm going to burn his house down tomorrow. That's a lot worse. Okay. So there's really two kinds of, should I just get my queen pinned to my king? I guess not. I guess maybe I'll move my king and then I'll move up here. I don't know why I would move up there actually. Oh, Oh, interesting. Hold on, I'm playing chess. Oh. I better take his queen so I'm not down a queen. The thing is, in Crazy House chess, rooks don't matter very much. So I should probably, yeah, he's building this giant attack. So what you need to do in Crazy House chess is also attack. You're like, oh, you're attacking? Well, then what I'm going to do is also attack. You don't defend. Do not defend in Crazy House. It's like 1% of the time that's a good idea. What you should do instead is also attack. Let's try this. Oh, I've got a notification. Defend against an aggression. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to also attack. I'm actually playing a game on my watch. It's called Pretend You're Getting Followers. It's a pretty fun game. So I'm going to take this so that I can also attack. Okay. See how it goes. I probably should have put a pawn here on h6, but I'm not a great player. So the kind of person that really makes me sad is the person who doesn't care. Not the person who wants to kill me. The person who wants to kill me, I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. An antagonist. Because, whatever. This guy's getting checkmated. Did you see that? I just won a game. This hasn't happened since 1994. I just won a chess game. This is so good. I'm going to rub my eye in celebration. Wow. He's in checkmate right now. Look at this chessboard. See how his king's like in checkmate? That's really unusual. GG. What does that stand for? Great grandmother? Well, that's wonderful. I think we should play again, Oswaga. Why did you move that direction? You should have moved over here where I could checkmate you anyway. Whoa, it's a double checkmate. Okay, well, let's rematch quick. Let's play again. Forget that I ever won. The pawn, he says, oh, I cheated. Oh, and you guys are like looking at this doofus on the internet, like, wow, he can't even follow his own rules. Sorry. Oh, I'll do a crying face with my apostrophes. Where's my apostrophes? There they are. I have trouble finding them because my keyboard looks like this and there's no apostrophe symbol. It's like, what's on that thing? So it's pretty hard to type apostrophes. But when I do them to represent crying. As you can see, I'm crying. That's why I was rubbing my eye, of course. I just didn't know why I was crying. So what makes me feel really bad is when people reject me. And I think that's pretty normal behavior, which I'm so thrilled that there's something normal that I feel. Because usually I'm like, wow, I don't feel at all like a normal person would feel. But in that case, I feel so normal, and it's just wonderful to be a normal human being in that one way. But it's really painful. Have you guys ever been rejected by someone and been bothered by that? I did that once. It was bad. Oh, that was also bad. Okay, so apparently you shouldn't do that. I should have blocked with the bishop, I think. Because his knight's going to arrive in my house. The only way I can win these games is if I cheat. That's kind of bad, isn't it? Now, it's completely okay that I'm flying out here, right? With my king. That's fine. It makes the show better. Everyone wants to see that, which is why they're unsubscribing. I'm actually not kidding about that. Most of the things I say on this show are complete lies, but this, I actually went on my analytics the other day because I'm like, you know what I need to do? Find out how much of a loser I am. And I went on there on the analytics, and it actually said -12 new subscribers in a month. Now, I have gotten new subscribers. It's just the number of people who got fed up with me exceeds the number of people who subscribe by a significant quantity. So I wasn't sure what to do with that information because does that mean I should change something with the show? Like, should I stop saying really rude things? Or like, should I play better moves? Like, maybe I should stop blundering. Like, how do I change the show so that people want to see it? Maybe I should comb my hair before the show. There's really so many possibilities. I don't even know where to begin. So I thought, I don't know. Mango Town Plaza still watches. I guess I'll keep streaming. And then there's Try Hard Chess. He keeps showing up. So there's still at least 2 people who watch this stream. So that's good enough for me, right? I actually have a Patreon page where people could support me. If you don't know what that is, it's a website where you put your credit card number in. I love those websites. And then they take your money. That is so good. And then they send it to me, right? So I have one of those, and there's a few people who are supporting the show. So obviously, I should not just like shut the whole thing down, obviously, right? Isn't it very obvious that I shouldn't do that? Yes. Why shouldn't I just shut the whole thing down? I'm not sure why that's obvious, but it feels extremely obvious to me, right? So definitely obvious. I'm hoping that I could just castle and pretend like I'm playing chess right now because I'm having a kind of a difficult time protecting my king. Oh, I can't castle, can I? Let's think back to 1994 when I moved my king over here. That's going to prevent me from castling. Oh, I never moved my king this game, did I? Oh, I guess I did. Same game. Well, I could trade my queen for a pawn. That's pretty rad, if you ask me. Um, since I can't castle, I should attack. I'll try this. And I'm also going to try not cheating. We're going to attempt to not cheat this game. It's going to be pretty difficult. So one of the things that helps me when I'm feeling sad is going, oh, we talked about that. And the other thing's eating ice cream. But there's a third thing, which is finding people who don't reject you. That can be super difficult, especially for people with my personality type, because I don't really care about people. So that, ooh, it looks like I'm about to win. So that makes it difficult. Win at chess. This is great. Atomic chess. Sorry, I just had to say that. Do you know why? Because there's a guy in the chat named Atomic Chess. Oh no, he said his name is Ahmedion. He said, I'm just waiting for him to pronounce my name. Huh. Cool story. Oh no. Somebody's getting checkmated. Should I take this? Let's see. Let's see. I have 5 seconds to win. I should be able to do that. I don't know. That probably wasn't a very good move, but I had no seconds to make a move. Oh no, I'm starting to lose. I don't know why it's funny. There is a point at which life is so bad, you start to laugh. And the reason is if you didn't laugh, you would kill yourself. By the way, if you're ever wondering, why am I laughing right now? Life is so bad. That's the reason. So it's good to laugh sometimes. Okay, okay, okay. You made some chess moves. I made some chess moves. And now let's checkmate this guy. Without pawns. Watch me do this without pawns. I'm such a boss, an anti-pawn boss. Here we go. Um, I guess there. How do I win? Help. I should win. I feel a moral imperative to win. That's probably not very smart. Ah. Stop stopping me from winning. Wow. Oh no, I'm losing my queen now. I'm not making very good chess moves. Oh, but just wait. If he takes my queen, I can win. He can also put his queen somewhere here. Okay, this is forced. I like it when I only have one option. I should probably join the army because they don't give you a lot of options after you join the army. It's like, you better do this drill. You better, oh, I'm checkmated by a cheating move. I don't know what to do with you, Sparta. Look at this. Look at this. What does this look like to you? Is that a bishop? Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Man, I feel kind of bad right now. Look at this. Look at this. So I type all these question marks, and while I'm typing the question marks, he leaves. He doesn't want to see those question marks. So he never got this message. But he deserves the rating points, but he doesn't deserve to end the game that I don't deserve. I kind of do deserve this, actually. Man, it takes a very mature person to say, you know, this very bad outcome is completely deserved by myself. But look how mature I am. I mean, I'm practically dying of old age. I'm so mature. I'm going to drink some of this. Um, I think he did that as punishment for when I cheated. I think. Because he just disconnected. But the weird thing is that he said, sorry, bro, like he cares about me. That's a weird combination. We got a challenge from another 2,000 plus rated guy. So let's just play with him and stop thinking about his Waga. He'll show up in another 6 months. 6 months ago, he used to watch the show, and then he's like, I think I'll go on there and cheat. So he did, and now we're back to where we are again. Let's play this. Let's see if this guy, he probably is going to, what's happening to the chessboard? Play by the rules? Because he's challenged me to 1+4, which everybody knows if you're a devoted follower of ChessWhiz TV, and there's two of you guys, that it's 1+4 is the way we play. And then the other thing is he challenged Crazyhouse, which is very insightful since that's what we're doing today. So now that that's out of the way, finding people who do care about you, I think that's the solution to rejection. And I actually don't suggest eating a lot of ice cream to combat feelings of rejection. Because it's like it's the wrong medicine. It's kind of like shooting up heroin. Uh, There's some differences, but it's similar. If you know what I mean. I'm sure you've done both and you've noticed the differences, but if you haven't, you'll just have to trust me that there's definitely differences between those two things. So what I've done so far is move my queen twice, and it's still where it started out. So that's pretty good progress, I'd say. What's happening in the chat right now? Thanks, you made my day, says the guy whose name I can't pronounce. And then he sent me a purple heart. Aw, thanks. That's some acceptance right there. Remember when Oswaga was like, I'm gonna cheat and then say sorry, bro, and disappear? And I felt really bad because he was rejecting me. Well, this guy whose name I can't pronounce remedied the situation with his bowl of ice cream, and now I just feel so good. By the way, some ice creams taste really bad. I used to think I love ice cream, all kinds. I'm an open ice cream person, and it turns out there's some evil people in the world who create the most nasty ice cream. I just didn't know about it, so I thought I liked ice cream, but man, there are some bad ice cream flavors out there. I just didn't know about them. So now I have to say, oh, I like some kinds of ice cream, such as the ones that aren't terrible. Those are the ones I like. I can't even name one of the bad ones because they have such bad names. Should I move here? Hmm. He's planning on doing a thing, so it'd probably be good. Yeah, I think so. So he wants to put his bishop in one of these spots and his knight in the other. But I'm not worried about that because I don't generally worry about things in the real world. And when bad things are happening to me, I just don't pay any attention to them. So that's how I'm going to solve this chess position. Oh, this is a good crazy house player, right? Because a bad player would be like, I need to check this guy because I feel urgently like I need to. But this guy's just like randomly putting a piece in another part of the board. Very smart. See how he's now threatening to fork off my queen? Pretty smart guy, isn't he? Yeah. Um, that has left me speechless. I don't even know what to do. There are there are moments when you should stop talking. Not during the show, of course. Never stop talking during the show. People will unsubscribe if you do that. And they'll be like, "Oops." They'll be like, "I would rather watch something else on YouTube." Do you know there's more things being uploaded on YouTube than you can watch? Literally, if you're like, what I'm going to do today is watch everything on YouTube. Impossible. This is getting to be a very bad chess position. Fortunately, there's other things I care about besides chess, like bishops. But more than 1 minute of YouTube content is uploaded every minute. So if all you do is dedicate your life to watching these videos, you will never finish. I tried to watch all the videos on YouTube back on Thursday. It wasn't possible. It's actually way worse than 1 to 1. If you want to know the full ratio, I'll tell you, it's 1 million minutes of YouTube for every millisecond of real life. I made that up. Could you tell? No, it's actually the last statistic I heard was 10 hours of YouTube every minute. And then I forgot the statistic, and then I just kind of made up a. This is so bad. Let's just play again, Lego. So the key to that attack, by the way, was putting his bishop here on d7. I know that doesn't look like d7, but that's what it was. And so I think you should learn from that. If you want to get better at Crazy House, play like my opponent, because actually it's really common to have a strong attack and you need to make a waiting move instead of an aggressive checking move, a preparatory move, if you know what I mean. That's probably the first time you've heard that word today, but a preparatory move will make that attack so much stronger. And it's because of the nature of Crazy House. Crazy House, where you can have all these pieces to drop over here in the piece drop area. It's a great place to have pieces to drop, by the way. And in that piece drop area, you look at your pieces and you can only put one on at a time. So let's say you've got four, just for example, pieces to drop. Okay, so you count those and like, wow, four is a number, and that's how many pieces I have to drop. So you can only drop one, reducing your number to three. So it's a great idea to drop one in an area that's not like on top of the attack. Instead, it's like preparing the attack. And the reason is that another piece can be dropped in a moment that finishes the attack. So that's something I learned from watching Yasser01 play Crazy House. Let's see. What do we have going on? I was talking about ice cream flavors being bad, and one of the viewers, I'm not going to name him because he already has a name, he said poo flavored. Poo flavored ice cream, which by the way is one of the worst flavors. If you're wondering, like, what are these bad flavors out there? I actually thought I liked all the ice cream flavors. I don't know if you've tried poo flavored ice cream. It's hard to find, but it's also pretty bad. It's one of those bad flavors. I'm just gonna jump back here. This guy's a bit better than I am at Crazy House, so I'm gonna lose, even if I pay attention to the chessboard. But I'm not gonna pay attention to the chessboard. Why would I do that? Let's see what's going on in the chat. We've got the Gladys troll. He's looking very glad right now, and he says, "Why are you pixelated? Are you afraid of the CIA or something?" Yes and no. Yes, I am afraid of the CIA, and no, that's not the reason I'm pixelated. The reason I'm pixelated, by the way, on YouTube, I have super high definition. By that, I mean 720p. But on the stream, it's like 1 pixel for my face and 1 pixel for the chessboard. If you don't know what that is, it's a square of color. So the chessboard is like this big brown blob, and my face is also somewhat brown. And actually, it's not brown enough. The reason for that is that I am using a tree for my router. There's a modem and there's a router when it comes to internet. And the modem is the part that goes like a duck choking on a kazoo. I don't know if your modem does that anymore, but mine used to. And then the router is the thing that wirelessly connects to your computer. There's actually two parts. And some people have the modem and the router built into the same device, so they don't even know there's two parts. It's like a banana, and inside the banana is another fruit that's not a banana. Never mind, that's a pretty bad analogy. But I just wanted to talk about bananas because they're pretty amazing if you think about them. Actually, most things are pretty amazing, such as my own face, a very amazing face if you think about it. But if you don't think about my face, which you probably haven't today yet, so let's just take a moment to appreciate my face. Okay, that's long enough. Then you'll realize that the router and the modem are different. And I'm using a tree as a router. And so I have a pretty bad internet connection because trees don't give a great Wi-Fi signal. So that's the reason. But while you mention it, I should jump on that topic and let you know, yes, I am afraid of the CIA. Afraid in the sense that the CIA will kill me if it wants to. Um, I'm not afraid like, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh no, the CIA is going to kill me. Because luckily, the CIA does not currently want to kill me. And if you're wondering what the CIA is, it stands for Central Intelligence Agency, but that's not what it is at all. It's just a whole bunch of people listening to everything you see and do just so they can kill you if they want to. They actually can and will kill you if they want to. So that's somewhat disturbing. But luckily for me, they don't want to kill me right now. I'm blocking this pawn because I don't want it to move. So that's enough about the CIA. Because if I talk too much about them, they will want to kill me. And that's going to be the end of the show. This is the end of the chess game as well. Maybe I shouldn't have. Oh, why didn't he take this pawn, instantly killing me? Maybe he just wants to not kill me right now. Maybe that's the similarity between my opponent and the CIA, is they currently don't want to kill me. That's an interesting similarity. This is the best move in this position, by the way. Bishop e3. It's very common when you start to get a lot of things in your pocket here that putting something down is good. It's better than moving something. Just because if your whole army is over here, you're going to have a bad time. So that's why you should get it out there. Ooh. I think this would be good. I wish I had another bishop to put there. But it's better to add something than move something. Right? Yes, of course, right. So put a knight on there. I had all 4 knights in here. Do you see the 4? Sounds like 4 pieces I have that I'm not really using. So that's why I have done the thing with the thing. Okay, so he's getting to be super dangerous. So let's put this right here. Add some knights to this chessboard. It's a good move to, oops, get checkmated. That's not so good. Oh, pretty good move. You're great. Lego wants to play me again. I don't know, Lego. I'm not really liking losing. So let's see if I have any challengers who have really low ratings. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. Thanks for playing, Lego. What I want to do is do some winning right now. So I've got Eric 002, who's pretty good. But look at this. Tryhard chess. He's never played chess before. He's just like, 1500? The question mark means, I don't know my rating. Is that on the stream? Yeah, it's right at the edge there. I don't know what I am. I could be a, what could you be? Let's just assume that we're all human, right? But what is that? What are you really? I heard someone say once that we don't really we aren't really one thing. Instead, we're like a a committee of things. If you look at how the brain works, there's like the part of the brain that's like, you need to shoot up heroin right now, and that's a pretty large part. By the way, don't do that. It's not good for your life expectancy. But and then there's another part which is like you shouldn't. And so there's two parts, and they're both you. And if you sever the connection between the left brain and your right brain, some people have had this happen by accident, of course, who would do that on purpose. You develop these very strange tendencies because you're actually a collection of people inside your own head. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Let me give you a specific example. The example is Oh, I don't have an example. That's too bad. You should look it up. I don't know what it's called, but just search the internet for people whose brain has been cut in half. That sounds like a very safe search. You won't be noticed by the CIA if you search for that. Certainly, especially not how to cut someone's brain in half. You look that up, the CIA will love you. So please do that and then do some research on that. And you'll find that what happens is they develop two wills, so to speak. They could be like, I want to do that, but then they're not communicating with themselves, and at the same time, they're like, why is my hand going over there? And they're like, it's very confusing, especially to explain to you right now. I'm very confused as I say this. Uh, uh, I'm distracted by the chat. Someone in the chat is asking me a question. I was distracted for a moment. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube right now and you haven't unsubscribed yet, which is pretty rare, most subscribers have unsubscribed by now, then maybe you should consider watching the live show Sundays at 11 a.m. EST, twitch.tv slash, hold on, I gotta pick my nose. Okay, twitch.tv slash ChessWhiz. Good luck spelling ChessWhiz. That was not a great name decision on my part. All I can say is I didn't name myself ChessWhiz. I kind of just received that name, kind of like my real name, which isn't ChessWhiz, fortunately, because it's hard to spell. People leave the H out or they just type cheese whiz, whatever. They get it wrong. But anyway, if you go there, you can watch the live show at 11 a.m. And then you can chat with people in the chat during the stream. You can say things like ha ha, which sometimes people say. It's pretty rare. Like one every 25 episodes, someone says that. It's great when that happens. Or LOL, which stands for lots of love. We get that kind of stuff all the time. I think I'm going to put a bishop here and win as queen. I'm pretty excited to do that. Here it goes. Yeah. Ooh, I'm sending you a smiley right now because I'm happy about that. Now, where's the checkmate? Is there a check? I love checkmating. That's one of the things I like doing, checkmating. So let's checkmate this guy. Great. Oh, there's someone in the chat saying ha ha. Yes, I feel that it's somewhat insincere due to the fact that I just kind of asked for you to say that. But still, I'm going to pretend like you said that because you really love me. Thanks for saying ha ha. I don't know. Do you think it's possible to develop a genuine relationship over a Twitch stream? Like to be friends? Like really friends with someone? Like just over Twitch streams. So you can't be like, get on the chat and be like, hey man, I noticed that you talked about X and I'm going through X right now and it's pretty bad. X is bad and I'm going through it. So, and then you chat some more and then pretty soon you're bosom buddies. You know what that means, don't you? Um, but let's say there's no private chatting. There's just one guy streaming and then another guy watching the stream. Can you become, I think I can checkmate. I just have to take this and then I'll put my queen right there. Can you become friends? I ask because I don't have any friends, and so you're my only hope. So I need to become good friends with you, otherwise I will die friendless. GG. That was fun. Thank you, Tryhard. Let's play one more game, and then your rating will be too low for me to bother playing with you. That's what people think, but they don't say it out loud. I have the gift of saying things out loud that other people only think. Isn't that a wonderful gift? It does cause some social consternation, but only in other people because I have no radar for what's causing other people social consternation. So that's the good thing about that, if you could call it good. We're going to play one more game here with Try Hard, and then we're going to try not to play another one. But don't worry, we'll try hard. Yeah. I do feel like I have a close relationship with some of you guys. That's not the closest since I've never met you. It's hard to be really, really close friends with someone you've never met. But some people do that. There's kind of an ideal to do that. In the Christian faith, there's an ideal to do that. You should become really, really close friends with someone you've never met. I'll let you think of who that might be. And you could say you've met him, but let's be honest, not in the way you meet most people. So that's interesting. I think that's interesting. Is it my turn? Oh, it's my turn. Cool. I don't think it's really smart to leave my queen across from my bishop. Is this smart? I used to think that if there was something blocking you from being captured, that was okay. It turns out no. Anything in the way matters. In fact, if you ever have your queen across from a bishop or rook, I'm just moving also I was under attack, but there's another reason, which is I was not comfortable with that. If your queen is across from a rook It doesn't matter what is in between. You should feel uncomfortable. Generally speaking in life, feeling uncomfortable is a benefit. But in this specific case also, because you never know when something's going to suddenly move out of... Why are these all red? I want to make other colors. Cool, cool. And green. Okay. You never know when some of these other multicolored things are going to move out of the way and cause you consternation, which is like a bad form of constipation. It's constipation of the brain. When you get consternation, it's pretty bad. So what you should do is consider that. You got that? You should consider it. Okay, very good. A pawn, by the way, is probably the best thing to have in between. Pawns don't move sideways very much, so you're okay. But if anything else that aren't pawns is the only thing, does that make sense even so? Then start feeling consternated. I'm glad I was able to help you. I think I'll... what should I do? I'll make a chess move here, I think. I'm thinking that would be good. I can't put my pawn on. That's the one thing I was gonna put my pawn right here to make this more like a chess position. Because I've played chess before. I've never played this chess variant before today. So I'm like, I don't know what to do, but if I could just make it into chess, then I could decide on something. So if I take this, I could take this. So let's just move my queen again. I don't know, over here seems good. Because then I could take this and then take this. I'll have taken things, so that'll be pretty good. Okay, great. Galumba, I love you. Galumba. There's a guy in the chat. Probably a girl, don't you think? Yes, the one I love. Probably a girl. The odds are about 0%. I was looking at my YouTube analytics, like what percentage of my viewership would marry me? I was just wondering that. And so I was looking at that. It's a very low percentage. Let's be honest. Yeah. A very, very low percentage would marry me. And the reason for that is that most people are not homosexual. That's the unfortunate. Oh, there goes my queen. That's the unfortunate truth about my marriage prospects. No, I'm just kidding about everything. I'm actually married to 3 people, so you don't need to worry about me. No, it's yourself that you need to worry about. That's generally true. The advice, the advice of what's happening in this game. Everything's moving so fast. The advice of Warren Buffett, the famous investor who got way too rich. His advice is you should invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Interesting concept, invest in yourself. What does that mean? Does that mean like buy shares of yourself? I met this guy once. I was like, wow, this guy is so amazing. I want to buy shares in him. I actually, if I could have just like paid him a vast sum of money in exchange for a small portion of everything he earned for the rest of his life, I would be so rich in the future because this guy was just an amazing person. Unfortunately, you can't buy shares in other people. It's not legal in this country. So I didn't do that, but this is starting to look like a pretty good attack here. But what does invest in yourself mean? So I pondered that for a while because, you know, that's kind of what I do. I'm a ponderer. So after some pondering, I finished pondering because I don't like to ponder for too long. It's like a short stint of pondering. That's enough pondering for today. So I pondered for a while. And then after pondering, I thought, you know, that's some good pondering. Let's eat some ice cream. So I did that. And then I pondered a little more. And then I thought, you know what that means? Invest in yourself? That means learn things. So I learned some things. This is going nowhere. You want to know why? Because I didn't prepare this show. Usually, what people do is when they get in front of a camera, first they say, I'm going to like know what I'm going to say in front of this camera. This hand represents the camera, by the way. What I'm going to say in front of this camera is X. I don't know why they're going to say X, but they're going to say X. Okay, so X, they say, right? So I don't know what you're going to do if you get in front of a camera for minutes and minutes of time, vast quantities of minutes. And for all those minutes, you're supposed to just make stuff up. Can you imagine doing that? Like, you know that you're going to play Crazyhouse where you can't drop pawns. Okay, so that much you've prepared. And that's all you know. You have no concept of what you're going to say or do. I suppose I was going to talk about how terrible it is to be rejected. I did think of that because I was just rejected very recently by someone I care about. But don't worry about me. I'll be fine. So there was that topic. I did prepare that, but we finished that in the first minute because there's not much to say about that. And then it was on to the vast wilderness of having nothing to say. But that doesn't mean you can stop talking. If you do that, people are going to unsubscribe. So you have to say something. What is going on in this chess position? I'm trying to checkmate this guy, and he's just wandering around the board like a nomad. Uh, um, okay, so I'm in some pretty big trouble here because he's not in check. Oh, he's still playing chess. This could be good. No, this is interesting for sure. Trying to win here. Trying to win. It's pretty hard to do. I have a checkmate. Oh boy. I think I have a checkmate here. It's a pretty good one. I'm checking all the mates. Oh. This is a weird chess position. For sure, man. Oh, I'm not checkmating him yet. I need to add more knights. I only have three knights on the board. I need to put another knight on the board. That would probably do the trick. I'm moving here because now his king can't go here or here or here or here or here or here or here. Okay, guys, all I have to do is check him. Let's give him some time because all I have to do is check him and I get a win. Okay, and I can check him with my knight in any number of places, like 3. So let's see what he's gonna do. Um, let's see what he's gonna do. This is really interesting. Here's some more time. Let's say pretty interesting. It's a good idea to say every now and then so the CIA is not sure if you're from Canada or not. Just kind of keep them on their toes. Complicated, yeah. Just like life. Life is very, very complicated. Like, for example, first of all, you have to make sure you don't freeze to death. Like, step 1. Now, that can be difficult for some people. Then there's like relating with other people. I haven't figured that out. And then there's like making sure you eat food. That's hard to do. Life is so difficult, even with the wonders of modern technology. There's the checkmate. Very good. That was a great checkmate. See, he gave himself this square, so I found a knight location that would attack both. I did it. Well, what I'm going to do now is stop the stream because I don't want to take up too much of your time. What I want to do is give you some time to think about everything I've said, kind of internalize the best parts and forget 99% of it because if that was the other parts. I've never played Crazyhouse before. You did great. I'm going to try being a social animal here. You did great. Social person, that's what I meant to say. I think you have a bright future ahead of you. Keep being awesome. I have no idea how to be positive because usually I just insult my opponents. So hopefully this comes across as completely sincere. Thanks, Benign. He means to say mate, but he's taking me to the next level. M8, mate. Never mind. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for not unsubscribing. Hold on, I need to change my view. Thanks for watching.